God.
Good God. Jordan, I am tired. I'm tired of all this news. I'm tired of all this just craziness and excitement. Well, I mean, I this craziness and uncertainty, but that's why we come here, for hopefully some sanity and just, I don't know, a way that we can get our minds around everything that's been going on here.
Oi, Jared.
Yes?
Did you hear that? Did you hear that the fucking Queen is dead?
Oh yeah, I fucking heard the Queen's dead.
By Jove, that went southern there. Jesus.
I kind of went Australian there, so. So I can't.
I hope that Wales is enjoying themselves. That's all I have to say. Because
are you kidding me?
Wales has gotten screwed over by the UK for a little bit.
I feel like the UK is getting screwed over for a lot these past few days. First, Drew McIntyre doesn't win the WWE Championship.
God.
Do you
forgot about that.
I know, right? We didn't have that listed, but we could go through some of that shit real quickly too if we want.
Yeah.
But there's been a lot here to talk about. Wherever the hell we are,
Yes.
I am Jared.
And I am Jordan.
And welcome back to the J+J SecuriCast podcast! The podcast about who cares?
I believe we care.
Yes, we do care, and I just realized it sounded a bit like Keemstar when I did that, and I don't like that. Ugh. I don't like Keemstar.
Well, if you don't like Keemstar, or if you don't care about any of the stuff that we talk about, you can skip to any time code that Jared Loveling takes the time to write out to skip something that you do care about. But tonight we're talking about things like, holy shit, AEW's on fire, oh my god.
Dragon Ball Super Superhero. That's two supers. That? Yeah, we did both see that now.
Yeah, Warner Brothers Discovery is continuing to choke on its own blood. Negan from The Walking Dead is joining the cast of The Boys. Be afraid, be very afraid.
And whatever else the hell we gotta talk about.
Yeah, because stuff throughout our week.
Oh my god. My week was mostly populated by news of the fire happening behind AEW.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So let's start off with how we usually like to start things off here, with some previous episode corrections notes where Jordan has a correction this time.
Yeah, I do. So I helped hastily edit together episode 63, which, by the way, you can listen to on various different podcast platforms, including our YouTube page. We have a YouTube page.
We do. We have YouTube now. Yeah. I figured a way to do that. It just uploads instead of this that you see here, so you'll be able to see a static image that's just got the audio for now. Yes. That's the cleanest version of this. If you want to see the raw, you gotta watch us live.
Yes,
it's the only way.
Yeah, and I heard while I was editing it, I sounded like an asshole to Eddie Kingston. What I was trying to say was that New Japan has like these incredible like golden like god athletes. Like you got your Tanahashis, you got your Okadas, and you got Ishii, who's like basically like an Oni, a demon that is taking human form. What do we send to fight that? We send a dude from Brooklyn. That's who we send.
Yeah.
And that ended up being the best option.
I guess it is the best option. Neither of them are world title winners, really. So they kind of equal each other in that sense. But it's like sending over, like, I feel like New Japan sends over always their nearly men.
Yeah, kinda. Yeah, they don't throw Jay White and Okada down very often.
That's true.
They did it for like Forbidden Door and like the big events, but Ishii is still pretty good. Ishii comes down a lot, doesn't he?
He does. I almost forgot that the best friends are a part of Chaos.
They are, yes.
I totally forgot.
Jared, I'm part of Chaos at this point.
I forgot you are part of Chaos. You've said that before on an episode. You have. So why haven't you invited me? Call Rocky for me. Rocky just gave me an autograph once. He knows about us now.
All right, I'll have to hit him up.
Yeah. Hit him up. Ask him if he'll join us. Mm-hmm. But I guess that's all the corrections, because I didn't really have many corrections from what I was editing also.
Yes.
And let's talk on some J+J Travels. Yes. Jordan, what you got?
All right. Well, last week I talked about something that I got, but I didn't really delve too far into it because I didn't have the chance to mess with it too much. But now that I have, I can say I got Blitzwing. Oh, let me get that close to you for you. Massive. So weird Decepticon triple changer. He's got a basically giant sword. He's got 2 blaster rifles on his back here. They can store out the back along with the sword. He's a Oh, hold on. What else do he have? He is, I think, one of the 3 Decepticon triple changers, which means he's got 2 vehicle modes. He's got a jet mode and a tank mode. And he's also got, and this is like part of their energon weapon gimmick, he's got basically sort of like crazy energy gauntlets, pretty much. They fit over his forearms. They're fine. I think they're okay. They just sort of kind of fit. They're okay. I do enjoy the transformation on this guy, to be perfectly honest. It's a little complex because there is 2 different vehicle modes to sort of juggle around.
Oh boy, are we gonna see them both right now?
Yeah, I'm pulling them up now.
Cool.
Unfortunately, the thing with triple changers I find tends to be one alt mode tends to be superior than the other. As you can see right here, Jared, like the tank mode
looks like an actual tank.
Pretty nice. The jet mode is a clown show. It is the chunkiest jet ever. Basically, like the entire the tank turret and all of the tank components are folded up underneath the jet, making it the most square jet I've ever seen in my entire life.
I don't think it can fly. It looks like it's gonna be it looks like it's gonna drop those it's like you've seen Avatar, right?
Yes.
Blue people. It's like those jets when they have to carry the facility via the rope, but instead they're carrying it on the side for some reason. Actually, those were helicopters too, so that doesn't even work.
No, it wouldn't make sense. Helicopter definitely wouldn't be carried up, but yeah. I'm trying to think of any real big issues I have. I guess the fact that it's I might have to buy some repro labels like I did that Optimus Prime toy to add a little more color to him. Mm-hmm. But I think as it is, the paint used here is pretty classy. Lots of nice, delicious silver paint.
Nice.
And the purple is very nice. And I like the big yellow square head.
Yeah, I don't usually see yellow on a villain.
No, definitely not, actually. Yeah, that's true. Bright yellow. Yellow is more of a bumblebee color.
Exactly.
Yeah, and this just kind of made me realize that I have all, modern interpretations of all 3 Decepticon triple changers, I think, because I got Astro Train, Octane, and now Blitzwing, so...
Yeah, it's a good one to get.
Yeah, so that was my travels, pretty much. Blitzwing is okay if you're looking for, kind of a unique Decepticon. He's your guy, but the issues with the jet mode and kind of, the big backpack that he has kind of limits him a little bit. So, but that's it for Blitzwing, pretty much.
Coolio. I had a question for a sec about that. I know you've seen some of the Transformers I have. What was the name of the one that I have that looks like the helicarrier from the Avengers?
One that looks like the helicarrier from the Avengers.
It's it becomes 3 separate things in one.
Oh, Tidal Wave.
Tidal Wave. Oh, I don't know why you make me think of a triple changer when you make me think of triple changers. Make me think of Tidal Wave for some reason.
Well, he splits into 3 individual sea crafts that combine into one giant one.
Yeah, one giant aircraft.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
That's what I think it was, at least an aircraft, from what I remember. And, that's what you had for your travels. Me, I didn't go many places except yesterday, very last minute, or I had something, well, not last minute, I know for a week, but forgot until an hour before it was happening. My girlfriend had signed up for this online meet and greet for her favorite band, 311, and I was there, so I got to be there for the meet and greet.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. It was a lot of fun. We got to just talk to a bunch of other 311 fans. They were all really nice people in the chat beforehand. But only weird thing, we went last.
Oh, really? You were the last guy?
We were the last group in. We were there for because the reminder said to be there right at 5 or something like that. So we were she was anxious the whole time, being what am I gonna say? I'm gonna remember to say these things, and just sitting there for an hour. It's has the magic gone away? But then we rushed through our thing when we probably could have gotten a little bit more time to say something to them. Because that's all you get is a minute, but we rushed way too quickly.
Okay.
It was really cool though meeting them. They were really nice people. The band. If you look on my Twitter, I retweeted it from her account right now, which you can find up here if you're looking on Twitch. But if you're listening to us, it's at JGulls1918. You'll see me and her meeting them. They're really awesome, and I'm getting ready to go see them in less than a month now.
Excellent.
Yeah, twice, and then go on their cruise. Because she's a massive fan of them.
Damn.
Yeah, massive fan. I mean, hey, hopefully we get nice deals I can get nice deals for the Jericho cruise in the future that way. Because it's the same company. Definitely. Hell yeah. That's
same boating company. Yeah. So yeah, a lot of bands have cruise tours, don't they?
Oh, a few of them. Through this one company specifically, yes. Let me pull it up for you if you want.
Interesting. So there's a company out there that specializes in naval music festivals.
I kind of, not music festivals exactly. It's like a band and like a bunch of bands that they would have tour with them, come with them.
Then.
For example, I'm looking right now. This is through Sixth Man Cruises, and they're the same group that does the Kiss Cruise. Do you know Dude Perfect?
I've heard of Dude Perfect. Yeah, they're a YouTube.
Apparently,
right?
they have a cruise too with the same company.
Cool.
A Dude Perfect cruise. Of course, the Jericho cruise, the Rock and Wrestling Rager at Sea.
Mm-hmm.
Something called Sail Across the Sun, Outlaw Country Cruise, the Beach Boys cruise, Kokomo, obviously.
Yes. Ugh.
There's the Broadway, the Broadway cruise, the Flogging Molly Salty Dog cruise.
That's a good name. I like it.
I know, right? And a bunch of other stuff too. I recommend looking it up. It looks pretty cool. Yeah, six-man cruises. Can't wait to go on them. Can't wait to go on the 311 cruise. It's going to be a lot of fun. Moving on from here, we go into our main stuff of the day. Let's talk about Dragon Ball Superhero, bro.
Yes, sir. We both finally saw it together. I mean, this was your second time seeing it, right?
That it was.
Yeah, definitely. I guess I get my first impressions of that. I'm super casual when it comes to Dragon Ball. I read the original Dragon Ball manga. Never really watched a lot of the cartoons, but I've seen I've seen the Super movies. I've seen Broly, and now I've seen this one. I think Broly is definitely still a little bit better, but yeah. I like the story. I like the plot of this one a lot more, simply because it's, well, again,
it's Gohan related
manga. Yeah, it's Gohan focused. Like, Goku and Vegeta are barely in this film at all. Like, they are actually stuck on, I think, like Beerus's or Whis' planet training.
Like the whole movie.
Yeah, like the entire movie leads to a pretty fun gag towards the end.
Yeah, basically
spoil that, but basically the main plot is like the Red Ribbon Army is back, and they basically hire Dr. Giro's
grandson. I'm not sure if it's grandson or great grandson, because the way they had that tree, it looked like great grandson.
Yeah, it was a weird chart. Android 21 was on that family tree.
Yes, that was Android 21, right?
Again, I haven't played Dragon Ball FighterZ, so I don't know what the relationship is.
Me neither. But she like does something with Boo, right? Or she's like part Boo.
She turns herself into like a Majin Buu version of herself in the game.
Right. Yeah,
I know that. But going back to like the grandson, he gets hired and basically manipulated into thinking like they are making the Red
superheroes.
Ribbon. Red Ribbon's making superheroes when in reality the Red Ribbon Pharmaceuticals company wants to take over the world again
as Red Ribbon Army.
The Red Ribbon Army's back, and it's basically up to Gohan and Piccolo to pretty much save the day by themselves. And they get a lot of focus. They get new forms.
Yep, both of them. They
get new forms. What else?
They answer a lot of like meta questions through the movie. Like
that's true.
Like Gohan going Super Saiyan means he gets good eyesight, I guess.
Yeah, because normally adult Gohan kind of wears glasses quite a bit.
Yeah. But then he goes Super Saiyan and he throws them off each time.
Yeah, and his vision is fine.
It's suddenly improved.
Piccolo, we actually get a lot of cute little things from Piccolo because he's got his own house now.
Yes, he does. He has his own house. He doesn't really have much stuff.
He owns property. He's got a lot of animal plushies, even though he says he doesn't like them.
He trains Pan there.
Yeah, he trains Pan. He never got his driver's license. No. So we have confirmation on that little detail.
Yep. He did drive with the Goku, never got the license.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
Pan can't fly yet.
No, he did. Pan's learning how to fly.
He suddenly gets attacked by one of the superheroes. Were there the other android superheroes?
Gamma 1 and Gamma 2.
Yes, he gets attacked by Gamma 2.
I like those guys.
Yeah, they're fun. He gets attacked by Gamma 1 and 2. Or no, 2.
No, just 2 starters.
2 is very cocky and thinks that he's got Piccolo. Piccolo obviously survives very easily because no energy sensing on androids.
Nope.
So they go. He goes and follows them from behind, finds the whole facility, listens in on everything, and he finds out their plan is to go and attack. They want to destroy, obviously, the Briefs because they think the Briefs are hiding everyone as aliens and trying to take over the world themselves. Well, that's the story that they tell Hedo.
Yes, that's the story that they tell
Dr. Hedo.
Hedo, yeah.
Who he's a decent character. I liked him. He was very fun.
Yeah, he was a fun character. A lot of Kamen Rider homages, a lot of superhero homages.
Yeah. Apparently, I think he was the same voice actor that does Tanjiro.
Oh, cool.
In the dub, yeah. I think that's what I saw before when I looked it up. And
so they're working on that. What else? What else happens in the movie? Final villain, kind of meh.
okay, well, we'll get to that final villain. We got to talk about first the transformation that occurs right before it.
Transformation occurs right before it. Is that Piccolo's?
Piccolo's, yes. Piccolo. What he does is he decides he needs to get a nice little latent power bonus because everyone has a latent power that can be brought out in them. Only, let's see, Guru did it to Krillin, Dende, and Gohan, but that's it.
Yeah, but way back in the Namek arc, so Piccolo goes like, well, Guru's not around anymore, but can I get Shenron to do it?
And they can.
Yeah, and they can. And Piccolo, I think like even like his skin color changes actually.
It does. He's orange.
So from like a slightly different, like his colors change a little bit.
Goes from that amazing green to he almost has like like a yellow glow when he gets that first because Shenron does power him up, but it looks like he just gets buffer at first.
Yeah, first, and the shade of green changes slightly. But then as the movie goes on, we see what his actual new form looks like. Yeah,
it eventually comes out after getting really hurt a lot.
I love that. I love that it's called Orange Piccolo, and that's it.
That's it. That's all it needs to be. Orange Piccolo.
Piccolo's naming is not very creative.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, they eventually just stopped calling Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan to just Super Saiyan Blue. So.
Yeah, exactly.
So cheesy.
Weird stuff.
Sorry about that.
So we kind of get to the final fight where Gohan gets lured into the villain's base because they kidnapped Pan.
Yes. Trunks and Gohan and Krillin, all of them show up with Bulma.
Mm-hmm.
Trunks and Gohan fail at doing the fusion.
Yeah, and then we get fat
bad fusion.
Yeah, I almost called it Veku, but that's Goku and Vegeta's failed fusion form.
Go Tunks.
Go Tunks, I guess.
Instead of Go Tanks. Instead of Go Tanks, Go Tunks.
Okay, then.
Because, goddamn. So, it sucked. They tricked us like that. We were going to finally get an older, fusion, but we didn't.
No.
Instead, we got a nice, cool new form for... they tricked us because then they do the fusion again. They do it right, but then they don't show us the next thing.
Of course, they don't show us. Wasn't there a promotional photo of an older Gotenks?
I don't think so. There was what there was there was a promotional photo of just for the poster for the movie of all the characters.
Oh, okay.
And they were doing the fusion pose.
Oh, okay.
But
that didn't actually show the form. All right.
Yeah, but it was the older Trunks and Gohan, the ones that you remember seeing from Dragon Ball GT.
Yes.
Ugh, Dragon Ball GT.
Yeah. But regardless,
wonder how much
only real problems with the movie, I think, is the beginning part.
Yeah.
Yeah, the beginning part is a little long. They kind of explain things twice.
Yes, they do.
They explain what Dr. Jiro's deal is and how he's related to Hedo, and then they break Hedo out of prison and they explain that same thing again to Hedo, which he should probably already know. Although he does say he didn't really know he didn't know his grandfather all that well to begin with. Yeah,
exactly.
Since they were kind of a long
distance in age apart, I believe. It's been at least 20 years.
Hedo's 20 years old,
something like that. I don't know how old Gohan is.
And
at least 10 years.
I thought the concept for the final villain was kind of lame.
Yeah.
It's just it's a reskin of Imperfect Cell.
Yeah. Cell Max, as they called it.
Yeah. We do get a new Gohan form out of it, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, but for how brief we get of it honestly.
Yeah, and how we get through it is just creating new trauma.
Yeah, creating new trauma. Piccolo almost dying again. That's all it is.
Yeah, emotional trauma. That's how you do it.
Emotional damage.
That's how you do it.
Exactly.
But other than that, I mean, as far as a Dragon Ball movie goes, it was a lot of fun.
Hell yeah, I agree.
Yes.
Definitely was. Definitely can't wait for whatever the next one's going to be, because there's going to be another one.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm again, casual.
Fusion Reborn. Reborn.
That's... what?
Another Fusion movie, I don't know.
Another Fusion movie, oh jeez. Okay.
I don't know, that's what...
Fusion Reborn.
Something, because they teased us at the end there, so...
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it shows up later in the Super manga anyways.
Yeah. But you know what doesn't surprise me?
What?
More things getting canceled by DC.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
So Warner Bros. Discovery confirms DC Fandom 2022 is not happening.
Yep.
They're taking a break amid the transition of for the DCEU, apparently.
Yeah. So from what I understand, like the reason, the public reason they have said why they're kind of like canceling and like rescheduling a lot of these upcoming DC projects is just simply because they're trying to find like a Kevin Feige-esque figure. The problem with that is like it's just gonna make these DC movies feel exactly like the Marvel movie.
Yeah, eventually.
And guess what? People are starting to get tired of the Marvel movies now.
Sadly.
A lot more people are starting to drop off.
Yeah, a lot more. I don't understand. I'm just seeing a lot more just like negative impact for it. I don't know, or just is the superhero genre maybe dying off a little bit? Has it become too overshadowed?
I think generally I think people are starting to get just tired of it in general because we've had it for like almost a decade now.
15 years now if you start technically really back with Iron Man.
Okay, I kind of consider it
actually
it's starting with like the first Avengers film, but yeah, the MCU technically started with Iron Man 1.
If you want to go even further back than that, you could say, because there's people that like crap on the early Fantastic Four movies, but those still were movies that made money and made enough. I say we got to go back to the X-Men and Spider-Man for starting this.
Yeah, Spider-Man 1 was the first like situation where it's like, oh no, we can actually make a profitable movie about a superhero. Well, and that's mainly because it was Spider-Man, but
it was mainly also we were only getting like one movie a year maybe. Like so 2000 we had X-Men, 2001 I don't know what we had if we had anything. 2002 Spider-Man 1, 2003 we got X-Men 2 and Daredevil.
Yeah, and now we're at the point where it's like it feels
5 superhero movies a year.
That's too much. Mm-hmm. That's too much. Like how many movies do people normally see a year? Like for me, it's like maybe like 3 or maybe 4. But it's like I don't want all of that to be Marvel movies.
I get that. Yeah.
It's way too much for like a casual audience to really care. And I've been listening to like different podcasts about this stuff, and they bring up the MCU, and like there are people who are way more negative towards it now. Just simply because it feels like fan service and people are noticing like there's really not like a lot of character development. Like Doctor Strange had his character development, but it's I don't know. Like is it like a good movie on its own merits, ignoring everything else about the MCU? Like that's the question people are asking, and some people are coming up with no in some cases, like with Thor: Love and Thunder. But going back to the DC fandom thing, yeah, it feels like they're just scaling this way back.
Definitely. They're going they don't know what they don't know the full plan. I mean, it first came out the first DC fandom was in 2020 where they found success showing a bit of the some stuff for the Snyder Cut, the Suicide Squad, and the Wonder Woman 1984. 2021 had trailers for The Batman and The Flash. The Flash we still haven't gotten and we're not getting, hopefully. Yep. Mm-hmm. And this year they have mostly focused their events on San Diego Comic-Con because like things are reopening again, and they had the major panel with Black Adam. So I guess they don't want to like oversaturate with their own like here's what's coming. Yeah, because like Disney is literally doing that. Started doing that today. Mm-hmm. Well, Disney's doing that this weekend. Yes, it's
this whole weekend.
Happy Disney Plus Day, everybody. That's what it is. Boy. Yeah, we'll save that stuff for tomorrow, for next week, because it's just a lot to talk about. What else have we got here to go through real quick? So, sorry, DC fandom. Sorry that stuff is getting canceled. Mm-hmm. We got one more thing before we got to AEW, real quick. We've got Jeffrey Dean Morgan joining the cast of The Boys.
Yes. I like baseball bats, Jared.
So if you, those of you who know, he was Negan in The Walking Dead, and I believe he was also he was originally, so his work on the series will reunite Morgan with Supernatural creator Eric Kripke, who is also the showrunner of The Boys. Mm-hmm. So another alumni. During his time on the CW series, he joined he portrayed John Winchester in recurring capacity. Telling E! News, Jeffrey Dean Morgan is a super fan of the show. Kripke
he was a big fan of the show and started like talking back and forth. Yeah.
So he and I are talking. We're trying to figure something out for season 4. Nothing finalized yet. So they know that he's going to be there. They know they've got it.
Yeah, they know they got him. I don't know what kind of role he's going to play at this point because I don't know the boys well enough, like the original comic, to think of any like superheroes.
Yeah, it'll be funny.
How long was the original run of that comic, anyways? Because I'm starting to think like, are we gonna get into like original story territory, or are they still adapting the comics?
I think that I think that the first 2 seasons were mostly original story, and the comics were about them taking like the temporary V originally as a pale form.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the whole first 2 seasons was mostly it was like origin and other kind of story stuff. Mm-hmm. I mean, like the Umbrella Academy comics don't really emulate the show, I think, at all.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Probably not. I mean, that's also about to have its 4th season and final season, which we'll talk about next week.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm excited. I'd be excited for Jeffrey Dean Morgan to play something. I mean, I don't know what's weird. Funny thought came to me is if he could play like a owner, whatever the guy who created VOT was,
the founder of
VOT. Yeah, but not play him. You know how they say that he was a friend of how they were friends with the Nazis?
Yeah, what was it? Frederick von
Frederick Vought.
Frederick von Vought. Yeah.
So just Frederick Vought, I think. I don't know, whichever.
Frederick Vought, yeah.
Yeah. But I was going to say have him play Frederick Vought. I'm saying have him play Hitler.
That would be interesting. Yeah.
Like, look at that face. He could almost do it. I can't imagine him with the hair.
Well, I mean, it's like you do like a Hitler clone, like an imperfect clone or something. I don't know. Or
just maybe it's just he's too handsome to play Hitler too.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's not silly enough like when Taika Waititi was Hitler.
Yeah, definitely. I don't. Yeah, well, I still need to get caught up with it at some point. I still need to sit down and watch it. So. Yeah.
Hey, definitely catch up. It's worth it. The show's worth it. Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
So now we gotta talk about it. Let's get to... should we brief through WWE real quick?
Yeah, sure. WWE Clash at the Castle happened. I will say this. The show itself was actually great right up until the end.
Yep.
Right up until the very end of it. I'm trying to think. Gunther, yeah, stupid sing-along. Gunther versus Sheamus, absolutely go out of your way to watch that. That was fantastic.
Roman versus Drew was also really... Sorry, you were going to say?
Yeah, Seth Rollins versus Matt Riddle, also worth it. Worth going out of your way to see. And then we have the main event, Roman Reigns versus Drew McIntyre. Actually a very good, like one of the better Roman Reigns matches.
I agree. In this title run.
Yes, the fact that it ends with a distraction finish is absolutely lame.
It's lame. It's cool debut for Solo Sikoa, but
yeah, good for him. But it's just like this super lame thing. It's like your first UK pay-per-view
in 30 years.
In 30 years. Now here's the thing. First UK stadium show in 30 years. Now here's the thing, Jared. They bigged this show up like that.
Yeah, for a while.
For a long time, they had big build-up for it. So to have it end like just a plain old regular pay-per-view
house show. It ended like a house show.
Yeah, absolutely. It's stupid. And here's the thing. Like, we all know that they want Roman to hold the belts and go against The Rock at WrestleMania. But here's my thought process. If for them nothing matters until January, then you can just have Drew win the belt anyways. For various reasons, Roman can come up with whatever excuse he wants. And then at Survivor Series, you would have had Austin Theory cash in, take the belt off of Drew, and then at the day one pay-per-view, if they're still doing it, or the Royal Rumble.
They don't.
Well, whatever January pay-per-view comes up, Roman somehow gets the belt back.
They still got the Rumble. That's the January pay-per-view to me.
Exactly, yeah, the Rumble, and then, I don't know, The Rock comes back and wins the Royal Rumble, bam, Roman versus The Rock. That's how you do it. I don't know, it's just like with Drew, I will say I love the confidence that Drew was showing throughout the match. Like, it convinced me that it's like, oh, he's actually winning this. But even though he wasn't, and I mean, credit to everyone, well, credit to Drew for actually still carrying that off.
He really... It was one hell of a match.
It really genuinely felt like his pay-per-view.
It was built around him. He entered, before he came to the ring, a video package showing his whole career leading up to that moment with Broken Dreams by Shaman's Harvest playing.
Yeah, his original theme song, and you have him lose. I don't get...
Me neither.
Doesn't matter The company will never change.
They won't.
They'll never change. Doesn't matter who's in charge of creative now.
I think that we've got basically... I heard recently somewhere that to really judge where WWE is going to go with Triple H right now, we have to wait and see it over the next 2 to 3 years to see how he reshapes it, because there still is. He can't just drastically change like that. He brings back a bunch of people, but he can't just drastically change everything like that.
That's what I said like a couple of weeks back. He's not going to make all these sudden changes very fast. It's going to be very slow and very incremental to reshape into what he wants it to be. Mm-hmm. Because if you change everything at once, now it's not NXT anymore. He has to worry about the shareholders and sponsors.
Exactly.
And TV networks. He has to figure out how to make the show good so they get, when TV deals start to come near their end date, both shows have to be in great shape in order to get bigger rights fees. Mm-hmm. So he has to keep that in mind as well.
The fact that they were able to get NXT on television at all. Yeah.
Speaking of overall, Clash at the Castle, there are definitely at least 2 or 3 matches that are worth seeing.
Yes, definitely. I would say the men's matches are all worth seeing at the moment.
Yes.
Let's see. I think that the opening women's tag also was really good.
That was also really good, yes.
Very energetic from all 6 ladies. Mm-hmm. Especially Bayley. Bayley working the crowd amazingly. Yeah,
she had to work really hard to get them to boo her.
Yeah, basically, because they were all like, it all goes back to
NXT
Takeover London.
Takeover London, yeah, with that chant, yeah.
Hey, Bayley. So good. All right, but speaking of NXT, let's talk about NXT Worlds Collide.
Oh God, I didn't see this. That's fine. I mean.
It's all right.
Did you see it?
I saw parts of it.
Okay.
I missed some of the endings of matches. I saw the tag match and I liked Pretty Deadly winning. I was happy for them.
Yeah, they're cool.
I saw the beginning of the women's match, but Mandy.
Yeah.
Really?
Well, I guess Mako's probably not going to be around for much longer.
I didn't think so.
Yeah, Blair Davenport. I'm not sure what they do with her. Again, there's this NXT Europe rebrand that they're going to be doing, so Blair Davenport's probably going to be a big part of that.
I hope she leaves them and goes to AEW.
Yeah.
But that's...
To what, a women's division that doesn't get booked? What do you do?
You're right. At
least in WWE, it's like whether you try and at least they try to give a lot of women time on the card.
Yeah, true. Even last night on Dynamite, Toni Storm and Penelope Ford didn't have that much time for their match. They had a good match, not a lot of time.
Yeah.
Good seeing Penelope Ford come back also, though. That was a nice return.
Yeah, and that's another problem with... we're getting off topic here. We'll get back to the AEW in a bit.
You're right. NXT again.
Ricochet versus Carmelo Hayes.
Yeah. Carmelo Hayes retains.
Yeah.
It was kind of even style, if I'm being honest. It was very evenly styled. Mm-hmm. They jumped off the ropes, did a crossbody at each other at one point.
Oh, cool.
Oh, it was beautifully done.
Yeah.
They must have hurt like fuck, though.
Yeah, that looked like it sucked.
Oh, and I feel like I'm forgetting one other match other than the NXT title match.
Was there... Oh, yeah, the women's tag team title match.
Oh, right, between Nikki Ash and Doudrop against Katana Chance and Kaden Carter.
Casey. No, sorry. You're right. Kaden Carter and Katana. Yep.
I know. I'm the one who was saying Katana instead of Casey. Mm-hmm. And I just said last week that I wouldn't call her Katana.
Yeah.
I lost the E-Boy Championship, so... Whatever. Yes. Sorry, getting ahead of things. Yeah, that happened. I didn't see that match, if I'm being honest with you.
No, me neither.
It wasn't work. The network was not working for me, or I wasn't working. I was using the illegal thing, I think, at the time. Or we were driving, maybe. I don't remember. We were doing shit.
Yeah. Yeah, Worlds Collide happened as well.
Yeah, Worlds Collide happened as well. That's all we can say. Let's get to it. Let's get to the drama. We're delaying long enough. We're 40 minutes in.
Yeesh.
We're just about 40 minutes in.
Uh-huh.
So... let's talk about AEW All Out before anything.
Yeah.
How would you grade this pay-per-view?
I would grade it as a good show. It was a mixture of great matches and weird shit.
Yes.
Weird stuff in between.
Weird booking choices.
Yeah. I guess I'll run quickly through the pre-show. I didn't see the AAA World Mixed Tag team championship match. It was Guevara and Tay versus Ortiz and Ruby. Ruby, get well soon.
Yep.
She broke her nose. Didn't she also almost get just dropped on her head, like straight up?
Yeah, literally almost straight on her head. On her neck, really. It was on her neck.
Oh, cool. Good.
Yeah.
Great. Hook beat Angelo Parker. Not really shocking.
Yeah, not shocking at all. And then, okay. What was fun though is afterwards, Matt Menard came and tried to beat down on him, and then Action Bronson came in to help.
Oh yeah,
Hook.
that's right. Yeah, that was a cool. Little appearance.
Now at Grand Slam, it's going to be Action Bronson and Hook versus 2.0.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I know, right?
That's a fun little thing.
Probably during Rampage for it.
Yeah, definitely. Next was Pac versus Kip Sabian. Pac beat Kip Sabian as we predicted. Kip Sabian immediately
starts yelling
relegated. He's immediately relegated to jobber status because there was like build up for this character and he lost on the pre-show.
Yeah, a lot of build up over a year.
Yeah, and he has this weird like Al Snow-esque gimmick where he's talking to like a foreign object that's like that's meant for a head.
It's a box that it goes on his head.
It's a box that he wears. I don't get this gimmick, and it looks ridiculous in the context of an AEW.
Yeah,
like a more realistic setting. Well, for the most part.
For the most part, it's more realistic. Got some dark people there.
I did love Pac's promo when Orange Cassidy came out. Pac just looked at him and just went, "No,
I beat you.
Yeah, we're not doing this. No,
screw you."
Away. Yeah,
he's gone.
That was pretty funny. And then we get
the battle of chests.
Yeah, exactly. Chopping chests. Eddie Kingston versus Tomohiro Ishii. God, like I didn't think Tomohiro Ishii could actually bruise. But we found out tonight.
I saw black lines on him.
Ugh.
Black like bruise lines. Oh.
Yeah.
How does Tomohiro Ishii not have heart problems?
I don't know. Maybe he does, and Tomohiro Ishii just goes, "Excuse you," and then it just falls back in line. I don't know. Maybe he has like 4 hearts, and we just don't know.
True. He probably does. But Eddie Kingston came away with the victory.
Good for him.
Sucks to see Sammy and Kingston get pushed to the pre-show because of this, because of their fight.
Look,
but it's not the worst fight.
Yeah, exactly. So that was the 0 hour or whatever.
Yeah. Next, opening the show was the casino ladder match. Yeah,
this match format sucks.
Really? I don't hate it.
I don't like it at all because it's just like the whole ladder match concept. It's like the different suits. It's like I'd rather have just throw all of them in at once. Honestly, just have a normal ladder match at this point because like it's just like it disrupts the pacing of the match. And I know it's like who's going to come in, but it's like you have a small list of people that you know are going to be in the match. It's not like random people from the roster.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, except for the Joker. And it's weird because it's not random people from the roster too. Like everyone here was is in a team together.
Yeah, like 2 members of a faction.
Yeah.
2 members of different factions.
I'm pretty sure Rush and Andrade had to like not go for the chip because they had to help each other for a little bit.
Yeah, they decided to try and kill Wheeler Yuta, I guess.
Yeah, Wheeler Yuta and whoever else came in at that point. Probably Claudio, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, there were some weird ladder spots in this match. Like Cesaro trying to like push over like the whole ladder contraption, which kind of worked.
A ladder got stuck in another ladder. They made so many ladder bridges. It was a little ridiculous.
Yeah, exactly. See what I'm talking about here? Dante Martin almost got smacked on the head with a ladder.
Ugh, I think
at one point.
I'm pretty sure that like Andrade has slammed 3 different people onto ladders in AEW already.
Yeah, that's true.
Or I'm adding when he did that to Rey Mysterio, I think.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know.
So that match ended with a bunch of like
people in masks.
Yeah, Bavaclar wearing goons. One of them climbed up to grab the chip, but it wasn't a person in the match. It was like Stokely Hathaway and his gain of people. And then Sympathy for the Devil starts playing, and out
by the Rolling Stones.
Yeah, by the Rolling Stones, and out comes the Joker for that match, and just gets handed the chip by Stokely.
The Joker's wearing a mask, by the way. He's wearing mask.
He was wearing like basically the sort of the character was called the Devil, and we were watching this with a bunch of friends from college. Very nice to see everyone again. Hello. And everyone thought for a second like this is either MJF or Bray Wyatt.
Oh, the gloves made me think Bray Wyatt.
The gloves and like the hand motions.
Yeah, the way he was like just
waving his arms kind of made me feel like it's Bray Wyatt.
He did a nice little spin as he walked into the ring.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so
weird.
But we know who
weird
this was.
ending that match. Weird format. I just don't like the casino stuff anymore.
I'm okay with the Rumble. I'm okay with the Rumble. The ladder match, I get it though. I get it because the ladder match can still end before everyone's in there.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't even mention that. That's the biggest problem.
I think it's different that's what makes it different from the Face of the Revolution ladder match. I think. Mm-hmm. That's what's supposed to make it different.
Yeah.
Next is a match that is now inconsequential.
Awesome.
The Elite versus Hangman in the Dark Order.
Yes.
We'll get to why it was a good match. It was definitely a good, fun match. Lots of drama involved.
Yeah.
With Hangman not wanting the Dark Order to completely hurt the Bucks, and also not go completely hard on Kenny either until Kenny's like, "Hey, snap out of it, go hard on us."
Yeah, Kenny's like, "No, look." He's like, "Nah, man, bring it on. Let's go."
Yep,
I'm ready.
Yeah, and from there they had a good match. I like the part where they dragged their tag team partners to the side so they could get tagged in for each other. So the Hangman and Kenny could tag in each other, and so they could actually fight. That's the one inconsistency about Rick Knox that kind of annoys me. Is that because I know in Rick Knox matches he doesn't hedge all the rules and just kind of lets things go. But then in a moment like that, he's like, "Follow the rules." Says, "Come on, you're not tagged in. I'm keeping up." It kind of makes it for a funny moment, but it's ridiculous also when he's barely following the rules the rest of the match.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I just don't like Rick Knox as a referee. He's the worst.
Yeah.
But it's a Young Bucks match type of thing, I guess, also.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought the finish was great.
Yes.
Genuinely, the finish was great.
But who cares about who wins? No. What? Who cares about who wins? Who cares?
Right.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it actually does not matter now.
Doesn't matter. Does not matter. Just like what else doesn't matter is this title run for the TBS Championship, because how the fuck are they going to get it off of Jade Cargill now?
I don't know.
Better be a star.
Jade Cargill versus Athena.
4 minutes, 20 seconds.
Athena hits her finishing move right away. The baddies pull the referee out.
Too late.
Count. Yeah, yeah, exactly. They kind of missed it. Athena gets pissed, and I think just chucks one of them into the guardrail so hard.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
That was super painful. And then it was just Jade recovered, and it just turned into another Jade Cargill standard match.
Yeah. Not much.
Not much to say. I guess we'll move on to the next thing.
Wardlow and FTR defeated Jay Lethal and the Motor City Machine Guns.
Yes. Had a very cute moment with Dax's daughter coming out for the entrance.
Yep, and the end of the match too. With
the end of the match as well.
Breaking Sanjay Dutt's pencil was cute.
Yeah. It was actually Samoa Joe actually came out as well, and Theo had an excellent moment where as Samoa Joe's bothering when you see Sanjay Dutt, it's like, "Sanjay, my friend, come here and let me kill you." That was courtesy of Theo.
Shout out to Theo.
Quick-witted as always.
Yes,
and
he is.
Lovely host.
Gotta get him on one of these one day.
Yeah, sure.
Definitely, I'll message him someday.
Absolutely.
He has a good opinion. But other than that, this match, I can't say much consequence of it also, but Wardlow had himself a nice, good reset promo on Dynamite last night.
Oh, good Lord, did he?
Yes. He was like, "I'm not going to focus on anything else. It's time for me.
Yeah.
I have this title."
Also, he also looked like he was about to kill the production truck when it's like, "Where's my music?" as he was walking towards the ring.
Oh my God! Right. That was when he was walking away from the ring. 'Cause I remember hearing it when he got. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
All right. Powerhouse Hobbs defeated Ricky Starks.
This match was 5 minutes.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, we thought there was going to be a back and forth, and here's sort of the problem with these AEW pay-per-views. I feel like quite a few of these matches are great TV matches, but it's they don't feel like pay-per-view matches. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And unfortunately, this was one of them. Wardlow versus FTR felt like one of them.
They're good Dynamite main eventer openers, but not pay-per-view matches.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, I mean, this one was just established Powerhouse Hobbs as the big new monster heel.
Yep, which he is.
Which was good. I literally blinked and missed the finish of this match.
Yeah.
What did Hobbs use to... Okay, Spinebuster? Cool.
Yeah,
that's a good finisher.
Good finisher for him. He does a great Spinebuster.
Yeah.
The next match, an audible should have been called. Stinson Give me Daddy.
Yes. God Lord. The Acclaimed
Top
versus
of the
Swerve and Our
chain.
Glory for the Tag Team Championships. Holy crap. I didn't realize how over the Acclaimed was.
Yeah, me neither. Especially in Chicago there. Holy shit.
God.
The crowd was just...
Yeah, stellar, and they did technically call an audible where like Swerve and like Keith Lee and Swerve basically looked at each other and went like, "Oh, we gotta be heels in this situation."
Oh,
and
yeah.
I love the fact that they both played a different type of heel because Keith Lee was like super smug and he's just like, "Man, I got this. This is gonna be the easiest thing I've ever done." And then Swerve was just a dick.
Yeah.
He was just the biggest scumbag
It's supposed to
I've
be...
ever seen. And by the way, like going after Anthony Bowens' like
Leg.
bum knee,
Yeah.
which by the way I legitimately thought he was injured. Like I legitimately and like the way he came off of the like stumbled off of the ropes, it genuinely looked like that was like complete. It looked like a complete accident.
Yeah, it did.
I don't know how he did it.
He's all right though, thankfully.
Yeah, he's okay though. And this was the match of the night.
Yeah, I'd say this is the match of the night.
Absolutely worth $50.
Yes.
To buy the replay alone, I think.
Yeah, I can agree. I can agree with that.
And we are getting, it was so good, we're getting a straight up rematch at Arthur Ashe in 2
Hell
weeks.
yeah, definitely down to go to that. We gotta go.
I'm ready to get scissored. Let's go. Let's do it.
Oh, let's do this. Hell yeah, man. I'm glad you're in. Okay, we've got next the AEW Interim Women's Championship being decided in a fatal four-way match between Toni Storm, Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, Jamie Hayter, and Hikaru Shida.
Yes.
So
It was okay.
I think that this was better than it needed to be.
No, it was actually it was a good match. It's just it's a good match surrounded by
A lot.
great matches, you know.
Yes.
And that's also a lot of matches.
And I believe, if I'm being honest, surrounded by controversy.
Yeah.
Because some are not sure right now of the legitimacy of Thunder Rosa's injury, apparently.
Yeah.
So let's go through the match real quick. Mm-hmm. Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter obviously started working together at first against Shida and Storm, who work together themselves. Shida gets pulled out at one point, walked to the back, where she then just is like, "Oh, I'm okay." Just decides to come out with two kendo sticks
and hit like people for like 15 seconds and then throw them both away for no reason.
Yep.
Like, why?
It's a four-way match. You can use stuff.
Yeah. Give one to Tony.
You can use that chair. Yeah, you can use that chair that you like to use. Even though all you do is she sits on it just so that way she can jump over to kick people, right?
Yeah. She has a weird relationship with like
with objects.
ring weaponry.
Yes.
For some reason. She uses them once and then never again. I don't know why.
Me neither.
Her match. There was a point where it looked like Jamie Hayter was going to actually win.
Yes.
And then Baker pulled the ref out. Mm-hmm. And then I think...
Jamie got pissed.
Oh, yeah, she got mad. And then, like, a finisher happened, and then Britt actually tried to pin Jamie and not the other person. Because it was a situation where both were knocked out, and she's like, I'm going to pin my ally here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good job, Britt. Great job keeping that alliance going, you idiot.
Yeah.
Great job.
Great job.
But then... Again,
I don't remember that finish.
By the way, all this happened on Sunday night, so our memories are a little foggy.
It's Thursday, especially with what happened after Sunday.
Yeah, we're recording on Thursday. It happened like on Sunday. Toni Storm won. Good, great.
Okay.
I was very worried that they were going to panic and put it back on Britt Baker to this injury situation. Thank God.
To cut quickly ahead towards some of the media scrum stuff, the way it opened was, or one of the ways that Toni answered a question was that she said, "Well, Thunder Rosa says she's injured, so when she comes back, I'm gonna beat her, and this will be and I'll be the champion."
Yeah. Toni said that. Toni Storm. Yeah.
Toni Storm. Yes. Sorry. Get Tony Schiavone up there, and it would have been 3 Tonys.
The Toni trio.
Oh, exactly. But if what we're hearing is true backstage, Thunder Rosa is not very well liked too. She possibly also having her own ego problem.
Yeah, most likely. And
not when
I feel a small bit of sympathy for it because she has not been presented as a big deal. Like, she hasn't been presented well as a champion. She hasn't gotten a lot of TV time. The focus has still been on Britt Baker and like Jade Cargill primarily, and she was kind of left off to the side. But
she also wanted to be a touring champion and went like immediately on tour somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah, like she had that match in Japan that she ended up losing, just so that way they can have that person come to the U.S. to challenge her, and then she will beat that person to get the win back. It made no sense.
Yeah, it was weird.
Yeah, and then that was the only like real big thing that might have happened, and because that original match they aired it on Dark. I don't know. Tony was supposed to originally beat Britt Baker for the title at this pay-per-view also. Yes. Not Britt Baker, Thunder Rosa.
Thunder Rosa.
Yeah, that was the plan. I mean, hey, they got Britt Baker on the card at least, so I'm good with that. Next wasn't a match; it was an angle disguised as a match.
So
Luchasaurus trying to go for Big Show's record.
Yes, of turning heel and face back and forth a lot.
Yep.
It was supposed to be Jungle Boy versus Christian Cage until Christian comes out with a very big sleeve on his arm, and it's like, you're injured, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, turns out it's a tricep injury. He needs surgery. He's going to be gone for months. So this year and a half angle that they've been building to for a big blow-off feud, unfortunately just has to be sidelined again for now, which sucks. Luchasaurus betrays Jungle Boy, choke slams him onto like the pyro grate. Yeah,
and you see the pyro grate like
indents onto Jungle Boy's back.
Yeah.
Which that sucks. And Christian just pins Jungle Boy after he's been completely decimated.
He gets a spear and an unprettier and then gets pinned, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And it sucks that Jungle Boy wasn't able to win this, but I'm guessing it's like, I guess with that tricep injury, Christian can't really take any bumps.
Yeah, and
even though he did the unprettier, I don't know.
I think this could lead to a good way for in the future if Christian Cage does come back to face Jungle Boy. It'll be after Jungle Boy goes for some sort of title, like I could see him going for like the TNT title, and that's how Christian Cage comes back.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Jungle Boy win that. Oh my god, that's literally what I was thinking about. Like, really? Jungle Boy's TNT champion, and then that's when Christian comes back, and then you have a pay-per-view match for the title.
But now I don't know what does Luchasaurus even do until then?
I guess Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy feud for now.
I guess so, yeah. They feud.
Yeah, that'll be the first feud, and then work it out from there, I guess.
I'll go for there. Speaking of working things out, a good, amazingly worked match. Chris Jericho and Bryan Danielson, two of the best. Just wrestling. Yeah. And it was a fucking great match.
Yes.
I can't point out specifics because it was just a good wrestling match. Like, they did all their stuff.
Yeah, me neither. Yeah, they did all their stuff. It was fun.
Daniel Garcia was watching from the back.
Yep. He didn't come out with Chris Jericho.
Nope. Well, no, he wasn't supposed to. I mean, you mean at Chris Jericho's victory, he didn't come out.
Yeah, Chris Jericho's victory celebration, all of the members of the JAS came out except for Daniel Garcia.
Because he noticed that Jericho kind of cheated in the end there by giving Danielson a low blow.
Yeah, exactly.
He totally noticed it. And
by the way, that low blow was the best, like not mule kick, but sort of like backward behind the ref's back kick I've ever seen. It was so quick.
Yeah, it was.
I almost missed it, but the camera work was good enough, and I just saw it. I'm like, well, that was like, because usually like the heel like lingers over the ref for like a good like 5 seconds, but no, Chris was just like immediately very like just like grab the corner ropes, boom, kick Danielson in the balls, and then move on.
Yeah, it's the way that he works with Aubrey Edwards, I guess.
Yep.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So
great.
It worked well. Good match. Good led to a good part of the angle that led to what happened this week on Dynamite.
Yes.
And next we have another 6-man tag team match. Wow, this is the third one on this card.
Yep.
Darby Allin, Sting, and Miro against the House of Black.
Oh.
Is this match consequential? Is this inconsequential?
This again, TV match.
TV match.
Nice, good work TV match.
Miro did not want to work well with Sting and Darby. He wanted to do it just to himself. Was getting destroyed. Yeah. Sting and Darby have to put themselves in. I don't remember. Sting didn't really have a big moment in this match.
He used the mist on Malachi Black.
That's what it was.
That was a big thing, which was fine.
Yeah, that was fine. Buddy Matthews looked like he got sunburn.
Oh yeah, massively. He was redder than Larry the Lobster. Dude, I mean, it was like if someone chopped him, he would be pissed.
Oh yeah, he'd be pissed.
Yeah,
definitely. But also, we learned that after this, though, Malachi Black hugged his team and gave a kiss to the audience, and we found out today that he was released.
Yes.
Under special terms.
Yes, on special conditions. I'm sure it's like he's not allowed to wrestle
WWE.
Anywhere for the length of his remainder of his contract. Apparently, like and these are all rumors right now. It's a combination of
frustration,
stuff going on in his personal life that he needs to focus on, and maybe even possibly an injury that might kind of be serious.
Oh, that would be bad.
Yeah. So again, it's all rumor territory right now, so it's not very clear.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a shame that he's going, because the House of Black, like, as silly as like
it could be at times,
dark spirits rise from the dead. Like, it's a little ridiculous, but they were a cool team.
Yep, they were a really cool team. I wish they could have gotten more. Like that Buddy Matthews debut. Mm-hmm. Oh, so good. I was so hyped when it happened.
Yeah, you could still do the House of Black without him.
Yeah, make the House of King.
House of King? Okay,
Brody
sure.
King. Mm-hmm. And this is inconsequential now too.
Yeah, CM Punk versus Jon Moxley. CM Punk won the title. I honestly actually can't remember this match. I should have taken notes. I feel like an idiot for not doing that.
No, it doesn't matter if you took notes, because it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I say that we skip talking about this match entirely, because we have to talk about what happened after the pay-per-view now.
Yeah, the media scrum, which might be the last media scrum ever.
Yeah, so we're already like an hour in. We're a little over an hour in, so this is the perfect time. This is how we're gonna lead things before we close the show. Let's talk about what's been happening here.
Right. After all these pay-per-views, they have like little little press conference Q&A with some of the wrestlers.
Yep. Quick thing. Mm-hmm. WWE also had one.
Yeah, they had a press conference post at
Clash
the end
of
of Clash of the Castle. Yeah,
yes.
I didn't watch any of it, but I'm sure it was like...
Me neither. I heard it was great.
Stuff.
I heard it was great. That Triple H sounded like just good. It was mostly just him also, from what I heard.
Yeah, just Triple H going like this.
We're doing great, guys. We're doing great. Aren't you guys excited?
Yeah,
aren't you guys excited? You guys happy I'm in charge?
Yeah.
I'm happy. You guys know you're happy I'm in charge. This is great, isn't it?
Yeah.
And honestly, yeah, I'm almost tempted to start watching again. I might tune into SmackDown some days now.
Sure.
But at the AEW press conference, the first people they had seated were Tony Khan himself and CM Punk not long after that match had happened.
Like immediately after, basically.
After he had this great, glorious victory. Oh, actually, wait. No, we can't. We're not done. Pay-per-view. Sorry. Because after Punk won the match, we have to talk about this.
We actually got to learn who the Joker was from the beginning of the show.
So everything goes black, and we start.
And we hear some sort of voicemail come up, and it's Tony Khan talking to somebody, telling them, "All right, this is my final offer.
You've been ignoring me, dodging me.
I'm offering you X amount of money.
Come to Dynamite.
I'm doing this for the fans at this point.
You could be in the casino ladder match." Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna extend your contract.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then it cuts to a shot of an old CM Punk quote. What was it, like? The greatest trick that the devil ever pulled is convincing people he never existed.
Yep.
And then cuts to the silhouette, and then the scarf going on. It's more iconic than Captain America's fucking shield. Mm-hmm. And then MJF comes out.
I hate his music.
I love his music.
I hope that he keeps him. I know he's not going to keep Sympathy for the Devil. He came out to Dynamite to his music.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Sympathy. Rolling Stones is expensive rights-wise, I'm sure.
I would assume, because apparently, like, Chris Jericho was tried to ask for Back in Black for the Inner Circle for 1 year for something, and they wanted like $50,000.
Ooh,
something like that, or 500, something, some large amount, some $100,000 range. That was way too much just for one use.
Yeah, but yeah, MJF closed the show with his return after 3 months?
Just about, yeah, I'd say 3 months.
Yeah, 3 months of like radio silence.
Yeah.
So it was cool to see him back, and then we go to the media scrum.
Yeah.
And CM Punk someone asked him a question. I don't even know if it was about Colt Cabana. Mm-hmm. But CM Punk just kind of loses it and just goes on this crazy rant while stuffing his face full of muffins, which is really funny.
Was he really?
Like he was talking about like I heard the clip of him saying he's like, I work with fucking children, while he is talking with his mouth completely full of muffins.
Yeah.
Which was really funny. So CM Punk goes through all those questions. Jared's looking it up.
I'm trying to look up like the cadence or like whatever it was that he had said to them.
Yeah, it's not like yelling or it's not like he's yelling or anything, but he's clearly like done and mad. And I don't. Here's the weird part, because it's like you go back to the end of 2021 and CM Punk, like, he's happy, he's fine,
so happy, yeah.
He was totally chill. I think right up until he got injured. Well, right up until he broke his foot. I think that's when it honestly started to really change and happen. I don't know what set him off.
For what I hear, Punk has been in Tony's ear since February. Mm-hmm. So let's get some of the quotes that he said. What did I ever do in this world to deserve an empty-headed fucking dumb fuck like Hangman Adam Page to go out on national television and fucking go into business for himself? For what? What did I ever do? I didn't do a goddamn thing. I mean, I bet he didn't. I bet he really didn't.
No.
That's, like, in a sense, I get it, but, like, don't air your laundry like that.
No, not publicly. Like, here's the big problem. This is what caused the fight, that he actively went and spoke and just blasted everyone publicly. That's not how you handle. That's not really the professional way you handle it. Like, if you got a problem, like, he has a problem with Mad Nick James.
Yeah,
okay, fine.
clearly.
He needs to go. And here's the thing: he could have easily avoided this if he just went, guys. You know what? I'm sorry. I'm pissed off right now. I can't do any media questions right now. I'm just gonna go home, because if I stay any longer, it's gonna be ugly.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna take my leave. I will have a separate press conference later if that's gone. And I know the boss is sitting right next to him.
Right next to him, because Tony was about to say something.
Yeah,
and he cut him off.
And his big rant was right in front of the boss of the company. But no, CM Punk has to be just air all this out. I don't know if this was, but I'm wondering if it was planned, if CM Punk knew he was going to say this stuff beforehand and was just looking for an excuse. I don't know.
Maybe he's... No, he's not concussed. No way he's concussed. We would know he was concussed. They wouldn't have let him out there if he was concussed.
No, there was a report that he actually tore his tricep.
Yeah.
During this match.
More quoting, saying there's people who call themselves EVPs that should have fucking known better. This was none of their business. I understand sticking up for your effing friends. I effing get it. I stuck up for that guy more than anybody. I paid his bills until I didn't, and it was my decision not to. When somebody who hasn't done a goddamn thing in this business jeopardizes the first $1 million house that this company has ever drawn off of my back, because he says it's him, and goes on national television and does that, it's a disgrace to this industry. It's a disgrace to this company. Now, we're far beyond apologies. I gave him a effing chance. I did not get handled, and you saw what I had to do, which is very regrettable. Lowering myself to his effing... What did he do? Oh, right, because he went to that promo where he invited Hangman out on television.
Yeah, called him out, yeah.
Yeah, and it... Okay, the one line where Hangman said was, you talk a big game about workers' rights, but you've shown the exact opposite when you came here. Apparently, Punk interpreted this as him blackballing Cabana, apparently, which he has denied doing.
Yeah.
Who knows what that is? I think that's more of a reference of Punk is pushing for himself more than he's pushing other people.
Exactly, yeah.
And in terms of workers' rights, he stays in his own locker room all by himself all day.
Exactly, yeah. He's not exactly a people person. He always. Well, I mean, CM Punk has made it very clear. He says himself, he is a cantankerous motherfucker.
Cantankerous monkey Punk.
Exactly. That's good. I like that.
Thank you.
And just yeah, I keep hearing him said, like, look, if you want to talk to me, come find me. And I'm like, well, you know what? Why don't you go up to a person you have an issue with and go, hey, dude, I need to talk to you about something.
Yeah.
Can we please talk? Exactly. But no, it's like, no, come to me. It's like if you got
if Punk had a problem with that line, why didn't you go talk to Hangman about that line? Yeah,
exactly. He's a hypocrite.
Yeah.
He's a hypocrite. I guess he's always has been.
Mm-hmm. He really has.
That's the way he's always been. So
we've been all week. We've been seeing stuff about. We've been seeing rehashes of old lines of CM Punk seemingly having an ego, stuff that Triple H said, stuff that John Cena said like live on television.
Yeah, like John Cena basically said the gist of what Cena said, like way back in 2012, 2013, something like that, to Punk, he just said, "You're a big proponent of change as long as it benefits you, buddy."
Yep.
And it seems to be the case.
Yeah.
Because again, like I feel like the breaking point for him was coming back from his foot injury right after he won the title for the first time here in AEW, and then immediately gets thrown into Hangman Page's way, and Hangman says what he says.
Yep.
And it's always just been like a cavalcade recently of people kind of going a little too far with what they say, which is still in the realms of being okay, but still kind of might be bringing up some personal stuff.
I agree.
That's a very fine line that you have to cross, and some people do it better than others.
Yep. So let's talk about what happened after, though.
Yeah, so the media scrum continues, and in the background, now there are multiple accounts of what actually happened. We still don't actually know.
For what we know, they're bringing in a third party for this.
Yeah, to investigate and interview everyone who was involved in the incident, and basically the gist of it, from sort of the two stories, Matt and Nick Jackson, the Young Bucks, and Kenny, the EVPs that Punk mentioned.
He said that they couldn't run a fucking target.
Yeah. They basically go up to Punk and try to talk to him. It escalates to shouting and then a fist fight breaking out.
Yep. Possibly Ace Steel throwing a chair.
Ace Steel throwing a chair and biting Kenny Omega in the hand.
Yeah,
Which, by the way, the funniest, I mean, this is not a funny situation. This is awful. The funniest part of it is Kenny Omega is picking up CM Punk's dog Larry and getting him away from the locker room.
Mm-hmm. From this private locker room of Punk's.
Yeah, making sure like the poor dog doesn't become collateral damage, which I find Kenny Omega dog lover. Awesome.
Yes, great. I thought he was a cat guy.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess he just loves animals. But regardless, this was a shit show. The outcome of which, basically, everybody pretty much getting suspended, including Punk. The AEW World Championships and Trios Championships being vacated, being stripped, which is why 2 matches on this card are basically irrelevant.
Yep.
Now, pretty much. Punk has not gotten fired. Probably simply because he did receive that tricep injury.
Yeah.
And Tony probably thought to himself, like, well, I don't want to fire him while he's like injured.
Yeah.
Because that's a really ugly look if I do that.
Yeah.
And he's going to be out for that tricep injury for probably 6 to 8 months.
Yeah, basically that.
So that's basically a giant long suspension.
He's
no word of how long the Bucks and Kenny and everyone else are going to be out for.
All the people that have been suspended currently are Kenny Omega, the Young Bucks, Brandon Cutler, Michael Nakazawa, Pat Buck, Christopher Daniels, CM Punk, and Ace Steel.
Why was Pat Buck there? I mean, I guess he's an agent.
That's what I know. He's an agent. Yeah. He's like a big agent now. He recently joined the company.
Yeah.
I think he was doing a lot of talent relation stuff. As to what happened with Christopher Daniels, though, I'm curious about also. That made...
maybe he overheard it and tried to break it up or something like that.
I would have thought
Daniels is like a senior guy at this point.
Yeah, he is. I thought that he was head of talent relations, to be honest.
Yeah, I think that's Tony Schiavone's job.
All right.
Tony Schiavone.
So, yeah, the titles were vacated, and Dynamite then became a really good show this week. Because
I was like scared to watch this show.
Yeah.
Honestly, because I was watching almost with closed eyes at first. I thought that was going to be the case, but no, the show was a great episode of Dynamite. It opened with MJF.
Nope, Tony Khan.
Tony Khan announcing that the Worlds and Trios Championships are now vacant, and
he announced that the opening match would be for the Trios Championships between 2 long-history trios in AEW, the Death Triangle and the Best Friends. Mm-hmm. And that there would be a tournament that would be decided at Grand Slam for the new AEW World Champion.
Yes, that's right. And
so then your friend came out.
Then the King returned. It's Return of the King. MJF comes out. He's all happy and smiling. He's got like a Buffalo Bills jersey on.
Yep.
He cuts I recommend you go watch this promo if you haven't. Jared,
nice
I'm sure you
promo.
already have.
Oh, I did.
Don't watch it on the All Elite Wrestling's YouTube channel. The audio mixing on that was terrible. I have no idea what happened.
Oh. Maybe they.
Like,
I hope
was
they
like a
fixed it by now.
A weird echo, but regardless, he cuts the. He's going to be an incredible babyface.
Yeah, kinda. Yeah. Okay.
He was for 5 minutes.
Yeah, he was.
And then John Moxley comes out.
It's like, you're full of shit.
Moxley immediately calls him out for it. MJF just reverts right back to his old self.
It's like, you're fucking right, John Moxley.
Yes.
Fuck you, AEW fans.
Yeah. And then MJF retreats.
Yep.
Moxley cuts a fantastic promo.
Where he's like, I'm fucking embarrassed what happened this weekend after this. This is terrible. I deserve to be champion.
Yeah. Well, not deserves, but he's like, I'm getting one shot at this and I'm going for it. I'm getting my championship back. I don't care who I have to fight to do it. It's just great promo from him, as usual. Not really surprised, but it was really poignant that this had to happen tonight.
Yep. It's basically,
what else happened? Wardlow crushed Tony Nese.
Yep. Really quick. He basically said that it was going to be him. The Trios match opened the card, actually.
Yes.
Death Triangle are now the new Trios champions. It was a good match.
Yeah. I actually almost maybe would have preferred Best Friends, to be honest.
I would have preferred them.
Because they feel like the bigger babyface team, and it's like in a kind of a special circumstance like this, it would be good to have a babyface win. But I guess Death Triangle everyone loves those three anyways. So.
Yeah, we have the first dual champion in AEW now with Pac.
Yeah, Pac, he is the All-Atlantic champion and a tag champion.
Yes, he is. We had the first match in the AEW World Championship tournament,
which was excellent.
Between Bryan Danielson and Hangman Page.
Yeah, Danielson finally beats Page.
Yep, their record is 1-1-1.
Yes, exactly. Their first match was a draw. Hangman beat him the second time. Yeah, an hour long draw. Hangman beat him the second time, and now Danielson has finally beaten Hangman. It ended with a crazy O'Connor roll, I think.
Something like that.
Like a pretty, like the pin combination with the bridge.
Yes, with the bridge. It's really cool. The O'Connor roll is always a fun finisher. I've only seen it kicked out of once or twice, maybe.
Yeah.
And good match. I think there was also a match between two other people. I feel like I'm forgetting another segment that happened on the card.
What happened? Stokely Hathaway and his boys came out for a bit.
Oh yeah,
and they beat up a production guy.
Yeah, that happened. That was very short.
Yeah,
it was what it is.
And then
we had a little thing of what happened.
And then there was just a bunch of promotion for Rampage, including Claudio versus Dax for the Ring of Honor title.
The next match in the AEW Championship tournament, which is going to be Darby versus Sammy. Sammy having the most TNT title runs, and Darby being the longest reigning TNT champion.
That's interesting.
The winner of that faces John Moxley next week on, I think, Dynamite or Rampage. While next week on Dynamite, Bryan Danielson, now that he's beaten Hangman, is going to face Chris Jericho again.
Cool.
Probably win this time.
Yeah, I hope so, yeah. Because I feel like, what do you think the finals is going to be? Because I think it's going to be Moxley versus Danielson.
I think so, too.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting.
Yeah, it would be interesting. But at the same time, I wouldn't mind if Chris Jericho won it again.
God.
I would love it if Chris Jericho...
The return of Le Champion.
Oh, please. Oh, yes, Le Champion. Please come back and please save us, Chris Jericho. Save us, Y2J. Yeah. Oh, he gave a promo also on Dynamite saying about how he has to be a locker room leader. Which,
yeah, come on.
Yeah, let him be the locker room.
This is my company. This is my locker room. It's like, okay, dude, calm down.
Yeah.
I get where you're going. I feel what you're. I'm picking up what you're putting down, but okay.
Apparently there is a lot of sympathy and love for Chris Jericho backstage. There was a big talent. There's a big talent meeting a few weeks ago where Chris Jericho spoke at, apparently to try and help get things in order. But everyone came out of that loving Jericho some more.
Of course. Yeah, and there was another talent meeting Wednesday morning, which Jericho, Danielson, and Moxley all led it, and it was just like, yeah, these are
your locker room leaders.
Yeah, exactly. And here's the thing: the worst kinds of leaders are the people who want to be leaders. They are not. They don't. No one says I'm gonna be the leader, because they're assholes.
Exactly.
You need a leader where literally everyone, the majority, point at that one person and go, you. Mm-hmm. and go like, who do we trust the most? That guy, and it's the vast majority.
Yep, that's what happened with Chris Jericho becoming the first AEW World Champion. People trusted him.
Yeah, because he was like the most established name going into it.
He wasn't too full of himself. He had his own private locker room too, but he seems to be more open to people.
Yeah, of course.
I think he brings people aside. He watches Dynamite and sees people, takes them aside. Like,
yeah, he takes notes and like he looks at everyone and how they do, and you know,
Punk seemed to be doing that at first, not as much as later
as time went on. No,
yeah, with this, he had some great like random matches with people on Dynamite, and what happened?
I don't know.
So yeah, Jericho's the real leader. I can see Jericho winning the title. I want him to win the title. I'd like it.
Yeah, I'm pulling for Danielson, to be honest.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be Danielson too. Actually,
because like what a great lineup, like what a great addition to that championship lineage. Honestly,
yeah, that would
like having one of the best one of the best wrestlers, basically all adding to that list.
And then I'd love to. Oh God. No, I was about to say then put it on Kenny again, but Kenny is right now in suspension mode. So
yeah, Kenny's gone. Honestly, you know what? If those guys never really come back, I think the company's going to be fine at this point.
Yeah.
Look at how many people are on the roster. Like, look at the roster.
Yeah, I agree.
We've been there have been issues with the roster for the past few months that it's like too big.
Yeah, you're right.
It's been genuinely too big for so long, and now it's like these 4 like top spots are kind of open. That creates like opportunities for other people to sort of climb up to higher stations.
Oh, it does. It's so good.
Yeah.
Jordan, you make such good points, and you actually make me so excited now for more and more of what AEW has to give.
Yeah, I try to. Yeah, and you know what? Tony Khan needs to start booking like star versus star matches on TV and not just like star versus jobber matches. Because just do dream matches for the next like 3 or 4 weeks. Just do that.
I think that's
just do that and bring people in, bring new viewers in or lapsed viewers.
I have a prediction.
Yes,
I have a prediction to make. Mm-hmm. Based on the way that MJF said that he won that chip and for the Joker thing, and he can challenge for it at any time. I think he's going to use that chip like Money in the Bank. Yeah, the casino ladder match. If you win the chip, you can have a title match anytime you want.
Okay, so it's not like you can announce it for a specific date. You can literally have it at any point during any show.
That is.
Like, is it actually...
It hasn't been specified yet.
Exactly, that's the problem. They need to specify that pretty quickly.
Otherwise, it's going to become their own Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
Which, I don't know if that's legal. Is it? I mean, there's like Feast or Fired stuff too, right?
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. Like, if MJF comes out the end of, like, Grand Slam Dynamite and says, hey, I'm having my title match on Rampage this week... Mm-hmm. Then it's technically, I mean, technically on the same day. It's just aired delayed, which do you want? Yeah, you probably want it live, actually. I don't know.
Yeah, probably they wouldn't do it at the end of Rampage that week. They do it at the end of Dynamite at Grand Slam.
Yeah,
that's how they launch it off all with a Grand Slam.
Exactly. Oh God.
It's kind of funny how it's called Grand Slam, but it's at the tennis stadium, not the baseball stadium.
It's at a tennis stadium, yeah.
They're building up. I think that they're building up for maybe Citi Field to be their first stadium show eventually.
Oh, wow.
I think they need to work on filling an arena still. Of course, they are going to need to do that with AEW at Madison Square Garden first.
Yeah, definitely. They need to go on tour more as well. Like, start doing some more like West Coast shows.
Hey, there have been rumors of them possibly starting a second touring brand to record Rampage and Ring of Honor stuff.
Yes.
Hopefully, Ring of Honor finally getting its own TV show finally, and they can split everything up and make a real roster.
Yes.
I know there's a bunch of other people who would still Ring of Honor contracted that need to appear and do stuff.
Be on television, exactly.
Yes. Any television at all. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't think they have much else to talk about, to be honest. But yeah, I look forward to what comes from AEW out of this. This has been a rough week for the fan base. Mm-hmm. It was great at first. It came from a decent pay-per-view. What would you give this pay-per-view? I think out of 10.
Out of 10, I give it like a 7.
I give it a 7, but due to everything that has happened in the aftermath, it kind of makes it go down to a 6.
Yeah.
Just due to stuff that happened. It was a decent pay-per-view. Drama.
Yeah, stupid drama.
Yep. Let's close things out with how we usually do with, I don't have much, I didn't do any gaming. What are you gaming,
Nah,
Jordan?
me neither.
Okay, what are we watching, listening to, reading stuff? Excuse
Bless you. That's what you get for not gaming. Your lungs like cave in on themselves.
Exactly.
Yeah. The only thing I really watched aside from like all the AEW stuff was the NASCAR playoffs have started.
Hell yeah.
It was the Southern 500 at Darlington. I gotta say, it was a race.
Yeah, you cut you off.
Sorry.
You said it was race?
It was race, question mark? Did it happen?
It was a race?
Yes. Great race, great action. I guess God just decided, you know what? I don't like some of these playoff drivers, and several of them got shellacked. Chase Elliott, the playoff points leader, car completely he spun out and totaled his car.
Ooh.
Everyone's okay. It's more everyone's okay, and it was like a situation where maybe they would be able to fix it. So every driver has like I think it's called like a DVP clock, where you can go to pit road, and if you can fix if it's damage that's fixable within a 10-minute time limit, you can go back out there and continue to race. If you can't fix it within 10 minutes, you're done for the day.
Ooh.
Because if it's something that takes longer than 10 minutes to fix, probably don't want that car out there.
Probably not going to get back in.
Exactly. Probably be a serious problem. Kyle Larson got his ass kicked, was having like engine trouble, which was like, it can still run, but we're going to keep an eye on it. And apparently, like, they've run through data and analytics. They still don't know what's happened. Was 3 laps down at one point and managed to just drive and speed all his way up to 12th place, which was pretty impressive.
Damn.
So basically, he went from last to like 12th in like 50 laps or something like that. Which
Damn.
Is insane. I don't know how he did it. That's just raw talent. Let me think. Martin Truex Jr., who a great driver, just couldn't secure a win, couldn't get himself in the playoffs. Looked like he was going to win the race. Lost power steering, and just overheated his car somehow. Mm-hmm. Kevin Harvick, his car caught on fire. Mm-hmm. His car caught on fire somehow. No. It just, a bunch of rubber got kicked up into like the exhaust or whatever, and just it just lit that stuff on fire. He's okay. He got out. Had a pretty steamed, no pun intended, interview after the race. Just like, yeah, these are just shitty parts, and NASCAR, it's cheaper for them to not fix these issues. But apparently NASCAR has actually come up with solutions to avoid these kinds of fires from happening going forward. And they told all the teams, okay, you can do this to the car to prevent these fires. Everyone's got to do it. So that's done. Kyle Busch looked like he was going to win after Martin had to conk out. And then literally right before they restarted the race to go green, Kyle's engine blew up. Oh. So, and it was just like, he was just casually sort of driving around. They were all lining back up to restart the race, and his car just blew up. His engine just blew up and died, and the crowd went absolutely bonkers. They went absolutely insane because a lot of people like Kyle Busch, a lot of people don't like him.
Good.
So it was really fun to see the crowd go absolutely insane, because in the lead and winning the Southern 500 and getting the 200th win for the number 43 car in NASCAR is Eric Jones. He's not in the playoffs, but this is like his 3rd ever NASCAR win. He's won at Darlington before. He was able to do it again. Even though he's not a playoff driver, it's cool to see. And after today, where are the playoff results? I have them right here.
Oh, boy.
So Chase Elliott, who started the playoffs in 1st, is fallen all the way back down to 9th. Kevin Harvick is so all the people in red here, they have got to get some points and get themselves out of like the last 4 positions, because in 2 races it is going to go from 16 playoff drivers to 12, and 4 are going to be eliminated. So the bottom 4 are going to be eliminated. So, and here's the thing. The points gap, isn't all that. They don't have to have a lot of points, because the points gap is pretty tight, actually, knit together. 1st and 2nd aren't that far off. 20 again, it's just 2 points is pretty easy to get. So, and these are playoff points. So I'm rambling to this point. Yeah. So the playoffs started off really well. That's all I got to say for now to conclude.
Hell yeah. I hope that we don't see any more tragedies Or in terms of crashes.
Well, no one's gonna die, Jared.
You know what I mean.
They figured that out.
You know what I mean.
But, yeah, I know what you mean, yeah.
Okay. Moving on now. I've been listening to some more Braving the Elements, the Avatar The Last Airbender podcast. Mm-hmm. Loving it still. The most recent episode was from when they were at San Diego Comic-Con 2022, where they had played the little video even where they announced the movie, the one that has Avatar Aang in it. That's gonna be great. They they ran through some old scenes again together with some crowd members. I had a fun little note where I found out that Jack DeSena, voice of Sokka, has seen only every episode that he is in.
Oh, cool.
Which means the one episode that he has not seen is, and he said this on stage next to Dante Bosco, who was hosting the panel, that he has never seen Zuko alone.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And did you know that Phil Lamar voices the Earth King?
Oh, Phil Lamar, I didn't know that. That's cool.
That's him. It's his normal voice, which he's not used to. He knows how he's not used to. Oh, like Andrea Romano. I know this stuff because of listening to the podcast. Who voices and the big voice director for a lot of big stuff in Nickelodeon, just said to him, "I want to hear your normal voice," and he was taken aback by it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so I can't wait to see him actually be on the regular episode of the podcast eventually when they bring in and talk about King Kwai. I found out that that's how his name is pronounced also. I just knew him as the Earth King, but then in the books they gave him a name that I first saw, and I guess it's Kwai.
Yeah, King Kwai. Yeah.
King Kwai. That was really cool. Other than that, also, I heard stuff with The Chase. They talked about The Chase. They had on Tim Hedrick, one of the other old directors, to talk about the Dark Horse comics, which had me very appreciative. And basically, they just kept telling people to read them. Read them. Not write them. Read them.
Read the books.
Yeah. Other than that, we both also watched the new Todd in the Shadows video.
Yeah, it was Generations Train Records. It was covering Generation Swine by Motley Crue.
Yep.
I didn't know Motley Crue changed their singer at one point, which is interesting.
John Corabi was their singer at one point. Yeah, they went over that in the dirt for a small bit where you saw some guy walk in that looked a little bit like John Corabi.
I don't remember that bit.
Literally, he walks past the guy they have play Nikki Sixx in front of him, and we see him one or two other times, and that's it.
That's awesome.
It's not even he barely get. I don't even think whoever they have filling in for him has a full few minutes of screen time.
Yeah.
Did I ever tell you I actually met John Corabi?
No, really.
I met him back when I was an intern for WDHA. My very last day for my second internship, the Dead Daisies were playing. And John Corabi is the singer of the Dead Daisies. Let me see who else is in this band so that way I can remember. They're a super group. Forgot, they're a super group with Oh, look, the members have changed since then. I don't even think John Corabi's in the band anymore.
Oh, okay.
Great. They've got a bunch of people who I don't even really know. Never mind.
Yeah. The Dead Daisies. So much for a super group.
I know, right? Oh, wait, no. Actually, they got Glenn Hughes on singer. Glenn Hughes, he sang at one point. He was both in Black Sabbath and Deep Purple at different times.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Big funk rock guy. He's actually, really famous. I did not meet him, though. It was at the time when John Corabi was in the band, and some other people. This was back in, it was back in, summer 2017. I barely remember this. It's 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. Back to Todd in the Shadows. We learned about Generation Swine and how I knew that album was not good at all.
No, it was definitely very not Motley Crue at all.
No. I don't really have much to say. It really was during a dark time for them, too, when they were in the middle of change. They were kind of done making their hits.
Yeah.
Most of their big hits wouldn't come out. I mean, they had a few other songs that would come out a few years later.
Yeah, Saints of Los Angeles kind of revitalized them quite a bit.
Yeah, they have this one singular song that's just called Sex. I know that they play sometimes live. Yeah. I've heard it once live. It's okay. Mm-hmm. I've seen them twice. They're all right. I saw them. It was before their first retirement. Before they came back, and I don't know. I've heard that Vince Neil isn't that great live right now. So. Yeah, he's kind of.
How's oh god, what's his name? The dude with the hat.
Mick Mars.
Yeah. How's he doing physically?
Physically, he is not great. He's not good physically.
Right, because I know he's got some conditions.
Yeah, I mean, I remember from that movie that he was like from the Dirt movie when we watched it, that he was the tallest at the beginning of the movie, and then he became the shortest.
The shortest.
Yeah,
that's right. Yeah, because of his bones.
Yeah, his bone disease. That's like his bones are like shrinking on him too fast.
Yeah.
And eventually, he might need to be in a wheelchair.
That sucks. Yeah.
He is 10 years older than the rest of the band, so.
Oh yes, he is the old man of the group. So I remember that scene from the movie. He just looks out to the crowd and just turns back to the band and is like, we're all gonna fucking die. What? Yep. Oh, man.
Good movie.
But yeah, Generation Swine, weird album. Another good episode by Todd in the Shadows.
Yeah, definitely gonna
not shocking.
It. No, of course, not shocking. Great. No.
Todd delivers the goods again.
There's one last thing before we close out. Out, Twerkgate. We gotta talk.
Right? Yeah, She-Hulk. Yeah, was that an end credit scene or before the credit?
That was an end credit scene.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why people are getting so mad about it. It's like, first of all, it's like you've got Megan Thee Stallion
user in
there. Yeah, you're gonna use her. You gotta use her for something. I don't know if she's not really a natural actress. And it's like and we've established that these She-Hulk end credit scenes are dumb goofs anyways.
They're all supposed to be goofy comedic stuff. Why do you care so much if she twerks?
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't lore accurate because the clapping of those cheeks would have destroyed the whole building. But regardless, she literally does like the Sonic clap with her hands in the first episode. So
yes, far off. That's Jordan.
What?
It's a different kind of clap.
Taking clapping cheeks to a whole new level.
Okay.
You know it. Yeah, I don't. People are mad about it. Like it's like how it started versus how it's going. It's like, dude, it's an end credits nonsense.
There was also, did you remember what else was circling at that time too, or started circling around that picture of her naked jump roping in a Marvel comic?
Yeah, that old She-Hulk thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
from one of the older comics. Yeah,
it's just covering up her, Jiggly or Naughty Bits.
Her Schnavitz.
Her Schnill. Her
Schnavitz is, yeah. Yeah, honestly, it's just like, it's a silly thing that people are complaining about. I mean, I've seen some, like, comparison shots. Like, people are, like, not happy about the way the show, like, CGI looks. And it's,
I can totally agree to that, if I'm being honest. I'm seeing it. It's not looking great.
Yeah, it's, especially, God, comparing it to, like, the first Iron Man film with, like, the suit-up scene is, like, night and day.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Yeah. I mean, granted, like they probably like it's unfair.
I hope that Marvel didn't throw less money at this show just because it's so it's got a lot of women behind it. Because this is like a women-driven show. I love. It's definitely written for women, kind of a female comedy style. I would say
it's a romantic comedy.
Yeah. I don't know about romantic comedy. I mean,
I was told that's what they're going for. But
kinda. Yeah, they're going for sitcom, is from what I heard. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Whichever it is. A girl. Did I say female comedy? Girl kind of comedy. Don't say female. Don't describe girls like that.
Yeah.
Sorry
comedy aimed at a female demographic. How about?
Yeah. Okay, that works, I think. Mm-hmm. All right. But I'd say, hey, I enjoy the show. I enjoy it enough. People are falling off of Marvel, but it's their multi-genre thing.
Yeah, the TV shows are
a universe.
Each show's a different thing. Yeah, each show is a different theme.
Yep, exactly. And we're at the exact time to end, I think, for tonight.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah, good one today. A little longer, but not too much longer. Pretty good stuff.
Yeah,
loving it all.
Yeah,
take it away, sir.
So, yes, sir. So, thank you so much for joining us here this week. Whether it was watching us live here on twitch.tv/J+J_SecuriCast, or listening to the audio recording of this podcast on Google Podcast, Amazon Music, Audible, TuneIn Radio, Alexa, Listen Notes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Player FM, and you can find all of our episodes and download them at Podbean at jandjsecurecast.podbean.com.
Don't forget to share the show. Let us know when you're listening on social media. Tell a friend or trick a friend into listening to our show by telling them something else, only to find out that we're cooler.
And you can find us on our Facebook page, which is our main source of information for us. at facebook.com/J+J SecuriCast pod, and you can follow us on Twitter and Instagram at J+J SecuriCast pod. And don't forget to follow us on our social media, which you can find at the top left of our screen now on Twitch. But if you're just listening to the audio version, follow me on Instagram and Twitter at JRyan9000.
It's over 9,000!
And you can follow Emperor Zurg on Twitter at JGull1918, Instagram at JGulls15, and on Twitch at twitch.tv/JGulls15.
If you're listening to us on Podbean, Spotify, or any other audio service, or YouTube, please make sure to check us out when we go live on Twitch at twitch.tv/J+J_SecuriCast. That's security and cast in one word, without the TY. We go live Thursday nights, usually around 7:30, and stay on until around 9. That's almost 10. Join us and interact in the conversation. Your chat will appear on screen. Please feel free to email us with suggestions or kind words at jjsecuricastpod@gmail.com. Thank you to Domicile Music for our intro theme, and Purple Planet Music for our outro theme.
And with that, we've locked up the SecuriCast for the evening.
Man, I gotta go still see Lightyear. It's on Disney Plus now.
Oh yeah, and so is Thor: Love and Thunder, and all the backstage stuff behind that. I'm gonna find out shit about Marvel and the makings of this weekend probably.
Sure. Yeah, that Pinocchio remake is on there now.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, everyone did.
Oh right, we were gonna talk about that at one point, and we just never did.
Were we?
I don't know.
I remember that.
Oh yeah, no, we didn't. I had it open for so long on my own computer to talk about it and put it on the dock, and I never did.
Yeah, you just looked at it, just went,
no,
nah.
Yeah. I had it open, it's like, do I want to talk about this? Yeah, no, it didn't come to me. I did not want to, and I'm kind of done talking. So, bam, that's it. We got to close things out. Damn good one today. Thank you guys so much for coming and sticking around. If you were here, I saw we had a nice higher amount of viewers today, around 5 at their max. So that's good. Try to get more. Tell a friend, trick a friend, like we say. Jordan's got anything?
I don't know what else I gotta say other than long live
AEW.
Long live AEW. Yeah, long live AEW. Punk. I will enjoy Punk's continued conversion to Oscar the Grouch. I expect him to come out with the trash out of the trash can at some point.
Oh boy, I bet Chris Statlander will do that for real at one point. Probably during her return. I don't know. I feel like she will.
A trash can.
She came out of a video game machine already, so who knows?
Yeah,
all right,
true, yeah.
That's it though. Thank you guys so much for joining. Have yourselves a good night. We love you. Bye.